Hi, Mrs. Marcoolier here to talk about the novel Resball by Byron Graves. This is the story of Trey, who lives on the Red Lake Indian Reservation in northern Minnesota, so it's a local story. And Trey has found that he really loves basketball for a lot of reasons, but one is that it makes him feel close to his brother Jackson. His brother Jackson was a varsity basketball player on their high school team, and also just an all-around great, well-respected guy. Unfortunately, Jackson dies in a pretty tragic car accident, and it leaves Trey lost in a lot of ways. He's lost because he doesn't have his older brother, but he's also lost because he feels a big weight to live up to who his brother was and to continue his legacy. And the only time he really feels good about himself is when he's playing basketball. He finds that it's kind of his happy place. And so if you ever have felt that way about a sport or an activity, you can kind of relate to Trey's situation. Jackson's friends from the varsity team take Trey under their wing, and he starts playing with them on their team, but he never quite feels good enough, and he feels like the weight of expectation from the community is really big. Meanwhile, he's trying to navigate being alone without his brother. He's trying to navigate that the entire community wants their basketball team to win in the state championship and bring pride to the reservation, which is something that they need to lift them up. He's also facing, not having to be exactly like his brother, developing his own personal style. Who is he? What kind of a player, what kind of a young man is he? And then they also are facing racism and prejudice because of where they come from, because they are Indigenous people, because they live on a reservation. Other teams don't respect them. They don't respect their style of play, and they really have low expectations. They don't think that they're going to be able to win. And Trey takes all that in, and it's a really meaningful story about a kid who really just wants to do the best for all the people around him and to make his brother who has passed proud of him. And it's a great story, and it culminates in the state championship game. And I'm not going to tell you if they win or not, but it's a great story. It has been made into a miniseries that you can watch, but it varies very greatly from the book. So if you've watched Resball, you might want to read Resball. If you haven't, I would definitely take this book if you like sports, if you like books about personal family tragedies, if you like books about growing up, if you maybe see yourself in Trey, you've maybe lost someone and you're searching for your identity, this might be a book for you. Resball by Byron Graves.